Welcome back as we continue on with our creating an art paper doll together. So here are my legs that I had extended on my cardboard because they were a little too short. So what I'm going to do with those first is to take a pen and to make the white part dark. And if they were another colored leg, you'd obviously have to use a different color, but since these are black, I can go ahead and use a black. And I'm just using an Ecoline pen, and then I am going around those edges. I always do my edges, like I said in the last video, so that they are not white. Those details really make a big difference in the finished product. And I just want this not to show, this part up here, and a little bit of it peeks out behind that body. So I'm just going to add some With adding legs, you could go ahead and just put them right here. If I put them here and I used brads, you're going to see the two brads right there. And I like to have them kind of hidden for this type of movement that I'm going to do. So what I'm going to use instead is add an additional piece of cardboard. To make the piece for attaching my legs and making them move behind the body, this is how it's going to be. I'm putting my doll together here, and she's going to be like this. And I want her legs to be able to move like this. So I'm taking a piece of cardboard, and I want to make sure that the piece is long enough to fit behind, and you don't want it to show down below, so you want it to be, you know, up just right at the edge. And then I'm going to mark it with a pencil where it needs to be cut off. And then I can take my scissors and trim it. And I'm going to trim it just slightly smaller than that so it's behind the body. You don't want it to show. And so here's my piece that goes behind. And making sure that I can't see it, which I can't. So there it is on the back side. So that's what I'm going to attach my little legs to. So I want them to be far enough apart. I want them to be in the center. I mean, you can do them really far. You can make them wonky way out and move. This is your doll. You do it any way you want to do it. So I'm going to put mine kind of in the center and give them about an inch width apart so that when they move, they have room to move and touch each other. So what I want to do is I take an old catalog that I'm not using and I put it behind it or underneath it, and I line them up where I want them to be, and then I'm going to take a paper piercer, I'm going to hold them down, and I'm going to poke through the leg and the cardboard and up a little ways, just like that. So it makes a hole in the cardboard that I can poke through the rest of the way. There's your hole in the cardboard and a hole in each one of the legs, and they're going to be in the right position. Before I attach my legs, I've taken a Posca pen and I colored and made stripes on these legs, and now I'm taking a yellow one and I'm adding some yellow stripes. So I'm putting in some of those fun and funky details that I like to add. I want her to have like striped stockings, and since it's a bee theme, why not go black and yellow stripes? Now I'm going to take two little tiny little mini brads. They're very small mini brads, and I'm going to pop one through here and through this cardboard, and then open up the back and spread it out like that to attach the legs to my little cardboard strip. Now I'm going to put glue along this end and this end only. And I'm going to glue that strip into place on the back of my piece. And then again, I'm going to use my clips to clip it. And let it dry. So I give that a few minutes to set up, and when I remove my clips, you can see that it's nice and tight on both sides, but this is all, you want this whole space to be unglued and free flowing so that you have movable legs. How fun is that? And look at what you can do. You can cross her legs. Let's zoom out. Look at that. She can have her little legs crossed this way. She can have her legs crossed this way. She can have her legs out like this. So when she's in your art journal, when she's done and she's in my art journal, I can open to that page and I can make her move around and be interactive and have crossed legs or whatever I want. Pretty fun. So now let's move on to the next video and we'll talk about doing arms.